Let me call the order. Let me call the Accountability and Support Committee meeting to order. Present with me is Mr. Exley, Mr. Harris, and Malia Sieve. Leslie, are you on? I'm not sure if she's on.
Yes.
Okay. What I should ask is Woody, Don, and Malia, were you able to see the minutes of June 5th?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw the minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes of June 5th?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. The details.
Any changes to the minutes?
No.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Okay. Irene, I will turn it over to you for our planning meeting.
Thank you very much. So I believe the the calendar for accountability and support for the year has been sent in advance of the meeting. And so what we are proposing in that calendar, because there are a number of reports that have to go before the board this year related to Commissioners Network, as well as charters, but we're going to just focus on Commissioners Network at this time. For those schools that you recently saw at the end of the year for the extension for the 4th year, we're requesting that we invite you to site visits for those schools, for those that are going to request an extension to a 5th year. It's the 5th and final year. So again, we would like to invite you to site visits to the schools rather than coming to accountability and support. And then we can move or request for moving to the board earlier in the year to account for the number of reports for Commissioners Network and then ultimately charter school renewals. I think I summarized that as best I can, yes. And so in that calendar, there are some proposed site visits.
Do you want now to us to determine the dates of those site visits now?
So the dates have been determined, and I'm pulling up the calendar now so that I can share those with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same to look for them.
Well, I can't see them.
Yeah, Don is joining us, Irene, by phone, so he will not be able to see them.
My link disappeared. So
Is the calendar that you're referring to just the calendar of our dates or something else?
my link to
So
the
the calendar is the
disappeared, so
2023.
I can't see anything. Go ahead.
Okay. Sure. So I'll explain it. The calendar that was shared by Leslie is the 2023-24 State Board of Education Accountability and Support Committee calendar. So the site visits that we are proposing would be for a day within Waterbury, which would be October 5th, which is, I know, around the corner. So one or more board members that would like to visit the Waterbury schools that would be requesting the 5th year, excuse me.
What time of day would that be?
It really is committing to the whole day because there are 3 schools. Okay, so there'd be 4 schools because we would add Wilby High School. So it is a big ask, but it is for spending the day in Waterbury to view those 4 schools on Thursday, October 5th. That's the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
Irene, are you looking?
You can put me down.
I'll pause for a moment.
You can put Don Harris down as a maybe, a strong maybe. I got to double check a couple things.
Okay. I can attend, Jen.
I can
you.
attend.
I
Woody
cannot.
can attend.
Woody can attend.
I cannot.
How many committee members do you need?
Don, I don't think we really have
least
a
two, at
amount
lea-
that we have to have because as Irene explained, these are the schools that we saw in the late spring. You know,
Right.
that did, you know, the great presentations. We were all thrilled with the presentations that we saw in the spring. This is a way for us to see them in person versus having them to return before the full board vote. So that's the
This
purpose
is
of
more
it.
or less a confirmation.
I just want to confirm, I had Eric as a tentative, Aaron, you confirmed, and I believe there was another one.
It's Woody and I are
Woody.
yes, and Don is tentative.
Oh, Don, I'm sorry.
Yes. I know it's hard when you're sitting outside.
Thank you.
I guess I sound like Eric.
Okay. So the next one, if I can continue, is Friday, October 27th, which would be a New Britain. And this would be 3 schools, the same 3 schools that you saw in the late spring. And again, they're requesting the 5th year extension. And so it would be at least 2 board members to attend and spend the day with us in New Britain to see Slade Middle School, Pulaski Middle School, and Smalley Elementary.
I'm at the NASB conference.
And so am
I'm
I,
okay.
Irene.
I'm okay.
Okay, so Don is a yes.
I am not.
Okay.
It will be very difficult for me to commit for an entire day.
Okay.
So if we can try and work with New Britain to find another day.
Mhm.
But I know there's other board members that maybe we can connect with to see if they can share their time.
Yes, and we can also go outside of committee to do so.
Thank you. That would be helpful. So, Erin,
Karen
would
is
I work through you to help us with that, or?
Yeah, we can connect because we can reach out to Karen, who is also on this committee but not present now. If she's a yes, and then, you know, you wouldn't have to change the date. And if we have to, then we can reach out to the other board members because we've done that before. That other board member, we've always opened it up to other board members. We just don't want, you know, 9 board members to show up at a school visit. It would be a little overwhelming, but we certainly have opened it up before. So we can work on that before we go ahead and change anything for October 27th.
Great, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Okay.
The next, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think you're good.
Okay. The next site visit would be for Derby Middle School on Monday, November 6th. And it's the one school on that day.
And that's November 6th.
I'm available.
I'm also available.
If you would like, you can share now what time of day would work best for you because we can work around your schedule for that day. Or you can get back to me because we have some time.
Woody, would you prefer afternoon?
Yeah, afternoons are best for me.
Okay, great. Thank you. The next one is Tuesday, November 28th in Hartford at Hartford High School, Hartford Public High School. And that would be the only school that day.
That's good for me.
It's good for Don.
Thank you.
Woody, do you know?
I said yes. It's good for
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry. So Don, and
Thank
I'm
you.
unsure at this point, but you have to.
Thank you very much. That's great.
Is that just a half a day also?
I was just about to ask. It's just the one school, so you can tell us what you prefer as far as schedule that day. Would you like the afternoon?
Afternoon's best for me, but I'm flexible.
Don?
We will work with the school, yeah.
it's not far from me, so I always
Okay.
prefer mornings, but I'm flexible. So whatever you schedule, just let me know.
Okay, thank you. So those are all of the site visits. Again, this is to expedite the process. And since you had recently seen them at the end of last year, and these would be 5th year extensions, and it helps us with scheduling then upon your approval to go to the full board. So this will help all of us, including yourselves. So I appreciate you considering this.
Thank you for putting this together, Jen and Irene. Thank you.
You are welcome. And the remainder of the calendar for accountability and support, where we had already scheduled the dates, we will have specific meetings related to visits, progress updates for charter schools, which our next meeting is October 19th at 3:30. It's in person. And we do have a few charter schools coming before you for progress updates. And then again, the rest of the meetings will continue related to Commissioners Network and the planning year schools or 4th year extensions. So that is all scheduled in that calendar.
Okay.
All right, the next meeting, well, hold it before you leave that. The next meeting is October 19th.
Correct. At 3:30.
Okay, was that just recently done?
Leslie just sent out notices for October and November. She resent them. So you probably will see them in today's emails. They were updated.
Yes, I resent all of them, or tried to, because I was updating the email address, Mr. Harris's email address.
Okay.
So a lot of you guys ended up getting just an update of it, of all of the calendar invites.
I have it on my calendar.
Yes.
Yeah, just as a reminder, at the end of the year, we did review the calendar for the year, and I believe we had reached consensus on the dates then, yes, and the time.
Yeah, but I got a whole lot of deletes today.
To your
It
old
may
email
have been a
address
result.
in Bloomfield, yes.
Yeah. It's a
Huh?
result of your email address change.
Oh, that was just me?
Yes. Well, Woody got one too. We don't know why, but he did get one,
Okay,
but it was
so that-
because of your address change, Don.
Okay, that didn't affect my calendar. So, okay, so you are putting stuff back in my calendar. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have the 19th yet.
You should see them today, and if you just hit update, it should switch your calendar.
Okay. I'll have
Let me
my
know if it
granddaughter-
doesn't. Let me know
Yep.
if it doesn't, Don, and I can work things out with Leslie.
Okay. All right.
So if there are any other questions related to the calendar, both Jen and I can answer those questions, but this was essentially what we wanted to talk through. And so we really appreciate the support and giving your time to us and the schools for this year.
Well, thank you both. And Irene, I will, when you're back inside and maybe on another day, we can get together because I think maybe a paper copy that could be in our board packet for our next board meeting, showing the visits, showing who's going on the visits might be helpful. So the three of us, Jen, Irene, and I, we can get together and do that before the board meeting. And I will check on Karen for that October 27th date. And I'll check on that right away. If she cannot do it, then we'll need to come up with another date for the October 27th. But let's try to do that.
Great, thank you.
Not later today, but when you two have a chance, the three of us can do that. And then we'll have a paper copy for everyone at the board meeting so we can see the whole year in advance.
Yes, great idea. We will include that in your packet.
Okay, very good. Anything else from committee members?
Oh,
Okay, well, thank you. A motion to adjourn.
I
So
move,
we-
Move.
Right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Enjoy well, let's enjoy the next couple of days. The weekend doesn't look so good. Enjoy the nice sunny days. We'll see you all soon. Thank you. I
Okay,
hope you girls get
bye-bye.
back in the building.